Okay, so hi. Hi. My name is Natalie. This is, how do you want to introduce yourself?
Baby.
Baby. We're calling him Baby now.
And
And we wanted to open this YouTube channel to talk to you about tantric sex, I guess, amongst other things, to do with spirituality and awakening processes and sexuality and sex in general. I work with women who want to reconnect to their sexuality and orgasm and go through some kind of awakening process through their sexuality. You want to tell people what you do?
but in general, maybe guide people back into their inner innocence, harmonious, quiet states, from their harmonious relationships with other people, with the world around them.
Good
You can
stuff.
call it, yoga or tantra in the bigger sense.
So yoga teacher, I guess. Yoga.
I wouldn't say yoga teacher because
No,
then
teacher.
people will expect me to teach them to do some postures.
Right. We can tell them what we do, because I go to Nemo's classes. He teaches naked yoga. That's interesting. You want to tell them about the naked yoga?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it, we just call it naked yoga
Yes.
as just as a name.
Because we need to
give
call it something.
Yeah, but it is, you can call it a shamanic journey, going into a trance, into the subconscious, diving into the subconscious using tantric techniques of breathing, movement, and it happens also while being naked as a baby.
Yeah, we like being naked.
Yeah, it's very
That's good.
convenient, it immediately brings you back to your inner roots, to your inner innocence, even beyond or before sexuality was known to you as something. It's like basic nature or first nature, shedding all our second nature, conditioning and stuff.
And it's a bit shadow work also.
Shadow work, I could say that we call it shadow work because we tend to think about our second nature, who I am, what I do, blah blah, all that as that's who I am, and everything hidden, that's like the shadow. But actually going into our first nature, into our inner world, yeah, you can call it shadow work also.
Also inner child healing, I think.
Yeah, shadow work can also be called inner child. When you see, we say compassion. To me, compassion is, let's say somebody is acting aggressively, for example. Being able to be compassionate about it is being able to identify the pain underneath this behavior. So if you want to do a workshop that deals with anger, you can call it shadow work because anger is our dark side. But any shadow work, you dive deep enough, and under the shadow there's always a wounded child, or memories, energetic memories of a wounded child. So shadow work at the bottom of it is inner child work.
It's the same basically.
It's the same,
Just different names. Maybe we should just for this first video explain what Pink Tantra. What do we do? Because this is kind of the work that we do with people and what we're going to talk about. So
It's common in Tantra, in like classic Tantra, to say that there's the right hand path or white Tantra and left hand path, which is red Tantra.
okay.
You can say that the white Tantra or the right hand path, that's a bit like the regular yoga we know, or like regular religious practices, Judaism, Christianity, doesn't matter, where you try to be a good person. You walk, you do the breath. It's just striving for inner perfection, for breath, meditations, all just
Upper chakra work.
yeah, and it's something, it is very easy for the ego because the ego becomes a personality as somebody, and then this somebody also becomes a yogi or a white tantri or whatever. Red Tantra, you can say, is, or the left hand path, is not saying that anything is bad. Any practice is okay as long when you put your observation on it, it becomes a practice. So you can have sex, for example. If you really observe it, work with it, then it becomes a practice. Great, we call it, that's red. The white, you cannot eat meat, you should be vegetarian, fruitarian, don't even kill the plants, just the fruits if you have to. Left hand, they say you can eat animals, but be conscious of it. For example, before you eat it, when you bless it, imagine yourself actually killing the animal that you're eating. If you're okay with that, really observing yourself, because you're actually killing it if you're eating it. If you're okay with that, you can breathe with that, yeah, you should eat it. Just observe, start where you are. It's something that is... Now, to me, we're pink, or the middle way. I think it's the only way, and the only reason to talk about two ways is not that somebody can be just white or just red, because it's maybe our two extremes, our wanting to be good, doing all the white tantra or the right hand. That's the first, like the first half of the work. First you learn to bring your consciousness, your focus to observe like things that are easier to observe. And then bringing this into the rest of your life, the darker part of your life. But then going every time, okay, so you say I'm going to do some red tantra, we're going to have some sort of sex, breathing, energy, whatever. We do that, and then all sorts of emotional crap can hit the fan. Then I have to go into my white tantra, let's call it, and do some inner work, connect to my guidance, breathe, do all that. So you say the right hand is supporting the left hand, the left hand supporting the right hand. And
that's separation still, right? You can be like either this or either this.
Yeah, if you can say I'm white or red or even pink, you're still labeling yourself. So pink is a sweeter way than saying gray.
Right.
Because to me, Tantra or Tao, it's not about being white.
Well, so yeah, we're going to upload a lot more videos with tips and information about Tantra and Pink Tantra, and I think we'll do sex and conscious work, and probably usually mixed together, but it doesn't matter. We'll do all sorts of things, and we'll have...
if you keep watching this channel, at a certain point, you're going to see us having sex, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
And for sure, you're going to see me in a diaper.
And definitely both of us naked, so I think that's a for sure. That's a for sure. And we might in the future put on the longer version videos with all the juicy stuff on Vimeo, so we'll put links in the videos below. And that's it. Thanks for being with us. It was fun.
I was too sick.
Thank you.